Good morning, everybody. Yellow Shirt Dad. I'm in Virginia Beach today, and I'm on the corner of Independence Boulevard and North Witchduck Road. And behind me is a statue in honor of Grace Sherwood, the Witch of Pungo. Grace was born in 1660 and was later married to James Sherwood, and they had 3 sons. She was a resident of Pungo, then Princess Anne County, and today is Virginia Beach. Having a small farm, Grace grew herbs to heal both people and animals. No known drawings exist of her, but was written that she was attractive, tall, and possessed a good sense of humor. Over the years, Grace was accused several times for practicing witchcraft, things such as transforming herself into a cat, damaging crops, and causing the death of livestock. It wasn't until Elizabeth Hill claimed that Grace caused her miscarriage that brought her to court. What brings us to where we are today was that the court in Williamsburg and Princess Anne were not willing to declare her a witch, thus no trial. Okay, so the date is July 10th, 1706, and from near this location, as Old Donation Church is right over there, about 300 yards, is where she was marched down what is today North Witchduck Road to Witchduck Point, where she was going to be ducked. What I understand, it was a dirt road. A lot of people were here. This was a big event. If you could imagine back then, being that this is the first trial by water in Virginia, you're going to want to show up. This is going to be a place to be. And I read where a lot of boats brought people in. So along the shores, along the route, a lot of people were watching. Again, big event here. When they were marching her down there, people were chanting, "Duck the witch, duck the witch." And I would say probably that route is about a maybe half mile, almost a mile. So you can imagine being walked down through here, knowing that you're going to have to prove your innocence or guilt. First time ever. So Grace was the last known person to have been convicted of witchcraft in Virginia. And what I found also too was she was the first person to be tried by water for Virginia for witchcraft. So that wasn't a common occurrence here, and I find it interesting that she was the last one, but also the first one that was tried by water. And what they did was they tied her hands, like her 2 thumbs, onto her big toes on her feet. They wrapped her in a blanket, and then they just pitched her over into the Lynnhaven River, or now what is known as Witchduck Point. And to be innocent, you had to drown. I mean, you know, to be innocent, you would have to drown. Now, how are you going to say you're innocent after that if you're drowned? If you're guilty, you would float. Now, of course, they dunked her. She went down, came back up because she had freed herself, swam to shore. So then she was apprehended and later held for about 7 or 8 years until the community felt bad and they released her, which she went back and lived her rest of her life in Pungo, dying at the age of 80. All right, I am going down North Witchduck Road towards Witchduck Bay. Supposedly the route that Grace Sherwood was marched down to get dunked. You'll notice coming up here on the right is the corner of Sherwood Lane and North Witchduck Road. It's going to be coming up here in just a second. And there's the sun right there. And we're almost at the final point here. And here we coming up on the dead end, and this is about the furthest I can drive. I pulled as close as I can. You could see the river there, Lynnhaven River, and what is now known as Witchduck Point, Witchduck Bay. And it's about as close as I can get. Okay, so July 10th, 2006, 300 years later, Governor Tim Kaine would grant Grace Sherwood an informal pardon to restore her good name. Now, that statue was put up here not too long ago. It was created by Robert Cunningham, and it shows Grace with a basket of rosemary and a raccoon at her feet as a reminder to her love for both animals and people and the healing. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It looks like I'm in the shade because it is really hot here in Virginia Beach. And I'm glad you take the time to watch the video. Thank you to my subscribers. Y'all are my supporters. You make what I do to get out here and to do this and to give me encouragement. I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, hey, please hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Have you ever been out here to see the Witch of Pungo? Did you even know this existed out here? You know, did you go by here and not know? So leave me in the comment. And again, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.